Your kitchen and your backyard could be hiding one of the world's oldest and deadliest parasites. Echinococcosis, a zoonotic disease, silently affects 1.2 million people globally, with 200,000 new cases yearly. Yet, in developed nations, 87% of pet owners believe their furry friends pose no risk. Today we'll expose the invisible threat lurking in your daily routines and arm you with science-backed defenses. Meet Echinococcus granulosus, a tapeworm smaller than a grain of rice but with a life cycle deadlier than fiction. Adult worms live in dog intestines, releasing thousands of eggs daily. These eggs, protected by a chitinous shell, survive freezing temperatures, bleach, and even stomach acid. Once ingested, they hatch into larvae, migrate to organs, and form cysts filled with hydatid sand, a slurry of protoscoleces ready to infect new hosts. These cysts aren't just blobs, they're time bombs. A 10-centimeter liver cyst can weigh 2 kilograms, displacing healthy tissue. Rupture releases protoscoleces, triggering fatal anaphylaxis or spreading infection. Endemic in pastoral communities where dogs herd livestock, echinococcosis is now spreading to cities via pet culture and imported food. In Uruguay, 22% of stray dogs carry the parasite. In Tibet, prevalence hit 6% in humans. But tourism and global trade mean no one is truly safe. An outbreak in Wales was traced to imported Bulgarian lamb. Your locally sourced greens? They might be irrigated with water from endemic regions. Eggs stick to paws, fur, and snouts. A 2022 study found 45% of dog parks in California had Echinococcus DNA in soil. Even indoor cats risk exposure if fed raw meat. Eggs survive wastewater treatment. A single infected fox can contaminate an entire farm's water supply. Pre-washed greens? A false sense of security. Processing plants rarely test for parasites. Sandboxes are ideal egg incubators. A German study found 1 in 5 sand samples from playgrounds contained zoonotic parasite eggs. Early-stage cysts are asymptomatic. By the time you feel abdominal pain, cysts may already be 10+ centimeters. Imaging, ultrasound CT, is gold standard, but serological tests have 30% false negatives. Worst affected? Rural communities with limited healthcare access. Maria lived with a 15-centimeter liver cyst for 7 years. Surgery took 12 hours and cost her family's life savings. Her dog never showed symptoms. Maria lived with a 15-centimeter liver cyst for 7 years. Surgery took 12 hours and cost her family's life savings. Her dog never showed symptoms. Praziquantel kills adults, but not eggs. Dose dogs every 4 to 6 weeks. Egg shedding stops only after 3 consecutive treatments. Avoid raw diets. A UK study linked raw-fed dogs to 5 times higher echinococcus risk. Boiling water kills eggs, but who boils salad? Best practice, soak greens in 3% hydrogen peroxide, 1:5 ratio for 10 minutes. Rinse with 55 degrees Celsius water. Eggs die at 60 degrees Celsius, but heat helps dislodge them. Peel or discard outer lettuce leaves. Breaking the cycle requires animal vaccines. The EG95 vaccine for livestock reduces egg shedding by 90%. Demand government subsidies for farmers. Gene editing tools like CRISPR are targeting parasite fertility genes. Australian trials using nanoparticle albendazole show 80% cyst shrinkage in mice. Meanwhile, AI models now predict outbreak zones by analyzing satellite imagery of livestock density. You don't need a lab coat to fight this. Share this video, petition for better pet food regulations, support NGOs training vets in endemic zones. Remember, parasites thrive in ignorance, but they're no match for a prepared world. Smash like if you'll never look at your salad or your pup the same way. Subscribe for our deep dive into meat industry parasites. Comment your prevention tips. Together, we can shrink the $3 billion annual cost of this ancient plague.